Welcome back to the Mr. Me channel, and we're talking about why does it say 95 on my screen? I don't know why it says 95. We're just gonna walk past it, you know what I mean? We're back for Champions League football this week, Tuesday. As always, my live watch-alongs will be on TikTok and Twitch. If you wanna follow me on those two platforms, then feel free. You know that's the only two platforms I use currently for live watch-alongs and live reactions to all Liverpool games. Um, I got this game and the weekend game, and then I do take a little bit of a breather because I am going on holiday to New York. So I will miss 3 games, but I will try to make videos and reactions on TikTok anyways. If you do get to see them, you do get to see them. If you don't, then I'm sorry. But I'll be back. When I'm back, I'll keep going and I'll do the same thing all over again. But we're talking about AC Milan coming off a 1-0 defeat on the weekend to Nottingham Forest at home, which was an upset to say the least. But we deserved to lose that game, and any fans that say that didn't deserve to lose is need to question yourself, because Liverpool performance on the weekend was tragic, and the defeat was understandable. We didn't perform well enough. We could have maybe snuck a draw. A draw is probably the debatable result. Like, maybe because both teams didn't really do that well anyways, but they took their one chance. We didn't. We were wasteful. And we weren't even very creative. But we go into AC Milan. This is our first game of the new format of the Champions League. I don't really understand the format. I know it's like top 16 or 24. I don't know what it is, but it's a weird ass format, and I'm not really keen on it. But you know, it is what it is. We've been dealt the thing. We've been dealt with it, so we're gonna have to go with it and see what we can do. And games don't get easy, you know. We had a defeat against Nottingham Forest on the weekend, and we've got to bounce back and go for AC Milan this weekend. This week, um, I've seen the team that we've taken across, and you know what? The game is calling out for Chiesa. Like, he needs to start. This whole unchanged lineup for the first 4 games. Yeah, I was a massive fan of it for the first 3 because we were on form. International break did actually ruin it for us because I don't think it came at the right time for us. And coming back after international break, we didn't look the same team going into the Forest game. I think this game has to be Jota getting dropped. Like, I'm not being funny. He was nowhere on the pitch on the Saturday. No, like, he barely touched the ball, and every time he did have the ball, it didn't click. I'm still a big fan of Jota, and I still think he has a massive part to play in this team. But it's time to give Gakpo or Darwin a chance here. And if we're on about rotation, right, this is the game. Like, the argument is the other players on the bench aren't getting enough minutes, or they lacking match fitness. How are they going to get the match fitness if they're not even playing on the pitch? You know what I mean? Like, this is a game where I expect to see a few new faces in the lineup. If I see unchanged lineup, I'll be so surprised, because from the weekend alone, some of these lot deserve to be dropped because none of them should have been on the pitch for as long as they were. Um, and that strike force needs to be changed. And maybe it is going to be Salah, Jota, no, Salah, Diaz, no, Salah. Fucking hell, I can't even talk. Salah, Gakpo, and Nunes up top, and it wouldn't be the worst case scenario. AC Milan aren't going to be easy. It's going to be a tricky game. But I want to see a little bit of Chiesa, you know. And what better game to give Chiesa his debut for Liverpool? We signed him off Juventus. Like, it was, he came from the Serie A, right? So this game alone is gonna be in his backyard pretty much, and he's probably gonna be more comfortable playing there than he would be in a league start against, let's say, Nottingham Forest or Bournemouth, who we've got coming up as well. So, you know, this game probably works out the best for Chiesa. I feel like he needs to start or get a lot of minutes in, or get some minutes in. He's been picked to be taken. I think Becker will keep his spot in goal. I think Robertson probably will start. I think Trent probably will start. I think Konate might get dropped for Kwanzaa. In midfield, I think Soboslai, McAllister, Gravenberch, there might be 1 or 2 tweaks in there. But up top, I'm thinking Salah, Darwin, and Gakpo. Obviously, the lineup on my screen doesn't show that, but that's what I'm thinking. Maybe we go ahead with that at San Siro. Like, we thought Nottingham Forest game was hard. AC Milan aren't going to be easy. They're a tricky team. They got very good players in their team, and if they make it work on the day, they can cause us problems, and I think we're gonna have to be up for it. We need a reaction after the weekend because that game on the weekend was just terrible. Like I say, this is one of my most like used lines. Losing in football is a part of football. You're going to lose games. It's inevitable that you're going to lose games. It's easier as a fan to accept defeat when your team is giving it everything on the pitch. And I didn't feel like I seen it enough of it on Saturday. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not overreacting. I'm not saying title's over, top four's over because of one defeat. We're gonna lose. We're probably gonna lose a couple, but it's a learning curve. Like, it is still Arnie Slott's first season in charge, and he is probably gonna be learning things as he goes along. I will judge it more along the way, along the season, because now he's had that little like experience of a low block team in the Premier League. I'm expecting him to learn from it and see and adapt to the situation now. So that one I can let slide, but I can't let multiple slide. It's been a common case for Liverpool over the past few years. I'm wanting change now. I've lived for it. I've lived through it for so long. But on about Champions League, I reckon we've got a very good chance. We got AC Milan, Bologna, Lille, Leverkusen, I think, Leipzig. Who else have we got? Let's have a quick browsy. I think we've not got the worst of draws in my opinion. So who we got? We've got AC, Lille, we've got Real Madrid, which is the hardest game I think. PSV, Leverkusen, Leipzig, Girona. So on the basis of things, right? You're saying you need about in this new format you need about 15 points to go through, right? I reckon we can beat Bologna. That's 3 points there. We can beat Girona. That's 6 points there. Leipzig, I think we've got enough to beat them. I think their main outlet was Dani Olmo, and without Dani Olmo, they're going to be a bit of a. They're still tough, don't get me wrong, but I think we can beat them. That's 9 points there. I think we beat PSV. That's 12 points there. AC, we've got enough, but they could be a bogey team, potential bogey team. I see a draw against AC Milan, which puts us on what? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. I say we beat Lille, so that puts us on 16. Real Madrid, I don't know. It's hard to call, but my inner Liverpool fan wants to believe we can beat Liverpool, but it comes at a crucial time. The Real Madrid fixture falls in between a lot of big games for us, which is, I think, Man City back-to-back with Real Madrid. And then we got Everton around there as well. So it's a tricky time, and I think the rotation might not favour us. So that one, I don't know. It's hard to call, but it is at Anfield, so there is a potential. So but all in all, I think we've got enough to make it through. As part of the top 8. I don't know how this all fully works. If you understand it, let me know in the comments down below. But we've got enough there to beat a lot of the teams in our supposed group, supposed fixtures that we have. So I don't know. We might as well not look that far ahead. I think AC Milan is going to be a hard game that we need to be up for it. Last time we were at AC, we did the job well. Everyone remembers that Nat Phillips flipping turn that was unreal. It is a stadium that we've done well at in the past, but this is a different AC team, it's a different Liverpool team. It's Arnie's first European experience with Liverpool. I mean, I would have preferred the first game to be at Anfield, but it isn't to be. It is at the San Siro, so there it is. There's that. But it is a winnable game. Like AC, as far as I'm aware, they're not doing too great in the league. Let's have a quick browse. Standings. Yeah, they're ninth in the league. We're fourth. So they're 4 games in on 5 points. So they're not doing too well in the league. If you ignore the Nottingham Forest defeat, we're still doing pretty well in the league. Even if you include it, we're still doing pretty well in the league. So we just need to find that form of the first 3 games before the international break. And if we can find that form, we should be fine. And I think we do win out comfortable. But I'm predicting a little bit of a bogey game tomorrow. In my honest opinion, I think it's going to be a draw, but I will happily accept a win. My inner Liverpool fanness wants to believe Liverpool will win, but I think AC Milan are going to prove to be a bit a bit tricky. You know, my honest opinion is I think we go maybe 1-1, 2-2. But I'm hoping our defense holds up and they manage to do the job. And the attackers are on form. That's the main thing. The midfield seems to be doing enough. Soboslai maybe looks a bit sluggish on the weekend, so maybe he gets dropped for someone else. But Gravenberch, he had a quiet game on the weekend, but apart from that, his first 4 games, first 3 and then include the ones for the Netherlands, he looked a very good player at the moment. McAllister, he doesn't get talked about enough, but he's still very much an underrated signing for us, and he does the job in midfield. I'm expecting a few changes up top, but that's what I think of the game, and that's what I'm sort of thinking. Let me know if you think anything other than me in the comments down below. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to me if you can. I would very much appreciate it. Live reactions will be on TikTok and Twitch, so make sure you do follow me. It's Mr. Remy on both of those. And I will catch you tomorrow, 15 minutes before kickoff. Kickoff's at 8 o'clock, so I'll be live about 7:45. Have a good one, and you'll never walk alone. The Champions League's back. Let's just hope we can win on day 1. Peace.